What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're talking tackle storage. May not be the most exciting topic, but these are useful items that I use that really help stay organized and just protect your gear. I mean, there's a lot of benefits for it. We'll talk about it right now. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. This channel is about bass fishing gear, and today it's stuff to hold that gear. We're going to talk about some storage things that I use from a lot of different brands. One of them, unfortunately, is no longer in production, but you can still find it on eBay. But this is just things that make life a lot easier. These are things that I use in my boat, help me stay organized, and again, just protect my gear and everything else. Just protect all my stuff and keep it in one place where I know where it's going to be. So, tackle storage has come a long way from these days. We had just one box, a big metal box. Now there's a lot more sophisticated ways to store your tackle. There's tools to keep it protected, prevent rust. Just really, there's a million advancements in tackle storage over the years. And one of those is the Plano Edge. So these are not cheap boxes, and I actually have all of them. As a disclaimer, I went to a writers conference when these first came out. They gave me every single one that they had, so I had free reign to try every single one. I have them all still, but there's a few that really stand out. Again, I didn't pay for them, so there were some that I didn't like at all. But there's some that I'm still using to this day, and I've actually went out and purchased more of because I really like them. One of those is the bladed jig box right here. So this one, you actually have all these little slots in here to put your jigs. Like I said, I got one of these for free, but I ended up getting more because I loved them so much. So you go ahead and put your jigs or bladed jigs in there, keeps them protected. The whole thing with the Edge series too, again, they're not cheap, but they have a lot of features built in to prevent rust. I haven't noticed any rust at all. They have these little silicone or silica gel packets inside of here to help absorb moisture. That's actually a divider as well. They have all the venting systems just to get rid of the water, so they're really smart. Again, I didn't like all the boxes, honestly. There's some that I thought you didn't really need it. They didn't really work as intended, but the bladed jig box and the terminal tackle box are really good. I really like those a lot. So those are ones, if you're looking at getting a couple, those are ones that I definitely recommend. Again, I have every single one that they made at that point. Those are the two that really stood out. Next one, like I said, there's one that's no longer in production. That is the Bass Mafia blade coffin. It's a heavy duty box, and I don't use this as intended. It was designed to store your bladed jigs or your jigs. It had a rod down the middle of it, really heavy duty box. It had a rod down the middle of it, and then all these little bags that fit in there. And I just ripped that out. When someone told me about this method, it's a perfect way to store your 3 bulk spools of line. There's a Seagar line in here. And the cool thing about this is it really doesn't take up much space in your boat or your wherever you keep your tackle, but you can spool directly from this. Just reel it, and it's really simple. Keeps the spools protected, fits in there perfectly. Again, not what it's intended for, the old blade coffin, but you can find this on eBay. I mean, there's various prices, about 20 bucks or so and up, because they are in demand. They don't make them anymore. But I have 2 of these. This is what I store my line in the boat, so I can spool really quickly on the boat. Really smart idea and very heavy duty. This Bass Mafia stuff is basically unbreakable. It's heavy, heavy duty. I've had it for going on 7-8 years, and it's still going strong. So going from the old to the new, this is something that just got released. This is the Seagar leader feeder. So there's actually a couple sizes. You can put your little bulk or your little gold label spools in this one. It's a really tiny one. That's all it fits, unfortunately, for your 6 and 8 pound gold label. Then you got a 6 one that has 6 different spools on it. This is the one I really like a lot because it's really easy to throw in my day box. So you put 3 spools of line in there. This could be main line, it could be your braid, it could be your fluorocarbon or leader material like I have here. It's got nice Velcro. And then the line comes through here, these little metal grommet deals, and it comes through here, and then you actually Velcro it down so the line doesn't just get unraveled as you're driving around the boat. That's a problem with some line storage solutions. That line is just gonna keep twisting and twisting and twisting every time you move, and you're gonna get a backlash inside of your storage. So that actually helps prevent it. Having that little keeper there with Velcro, really simple. Again, there's 3 sizes. This is the one that I take on the boat with me just because it fits in that day box. It's really cool, really easy to store. You can carry it around like that if you wanted to, but a pretty cool idea to store your line. Again, main line, braid, fluorocarbon, whatever you got, or leader material. Smart idea, really compact. I like that one. So the next one, this is 6 cents, but a lot of people make these worm binder type deals. I actually have several different brands. This is just one that I grabbed here. This is about 10 bucks or so. And I like it because just the way my boat's set up, there's kind of a little cavity on the bottom where nothing really fits. You know, I guess you can put like tackle boxes standing straight up or something, but these fit in there perfectly. So I have 3 of these. I have one for finesse worms. I have one for Senkos, things like that. And then you also have, you know, and it just makes a nice little square. So pretty smart idea to do that. And if you're organized, I think I'm organized, but you could be a lot more organized. And on the outside, there's a little spot to put a label. I mean, you could put finesse worms or whatever you wanted to on there. So then if you're not going to a place where you're gonna need those, just take this thing out of the boat, stack it up. I mean, that's an easy way to do it. Moving along, I've talked about this one in a couple of videos, but really like the big bait bag from Evolution Outdoors. Really smart idea to store your big baits like that. They don't get all bent up. You know, you're not trying to cram them into a tackle box. You know how that is. If the baits are a little bit too big, you basically have to have one bait take up the whole row in your tackle box. You don't want that. So this is one way to protect it. These are pretty durable, this plastic material as well. But yeah, you can double them up for some baits, obviously. Some I just put single, but really smart idea. Again, if I'm not gonna be using a swim bait that day, or I don't think it's gonna be a swim bait bite or whatever the case, I'll take this thing out and hang it up on my pegs back there because it's got this right here. So this is the small size, and they do have a bigger size as well. So I've talked about these as well, but we got the Evolution Outdoors bass sack. I really like these. They're really durable, plastic. You know, it's not just a regular old bag. It is a heavy duty bag that you can put whatever you want in it. I like that it's clear too, so easy to tell that's where my swim baits are. You know, just throwing an A-rig on my last trip. It was nice having those in there. I could easily see which bag was which. Didn't have to dig around. And they are durable. Like I said, I wasn't quite sure how resistant those would be to puncture, things like that, but I flew from Washington State back here to Texas, had a bunch of 6XDs that I had stored back there, didn't have a box to put them in, so I just threw them inside of this bag. Not this particular bag, but a bag like this, and they didn't puncture. So it was really a good idea. Really impressed with that. They passed the test. Really heavy duty stuff, and I'm really impressed with all this stuff from Evolution Outdoors. So those are a few items that I use to try to stay organized, to protect my gear. Thought I'd share it with you. Let me know if you have any other solutions out there to help organize tackle. I mean, it's something that is a never-ending battle if you have a lot of gear, if you're trying to, you know, bring stuff in and out of the boat, you're gonna go fish with buddies. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you need to know where your stuff's at, and again, keeping it protected. Thanks for watching. I'll put links down below for all these products. They are affiliate links. It doesn't change anything on your end, but it does help the channel. Thanks for watching.